Well, we can get started talking a little bit about the class as well. I just want to introduce the syllabus and also our course in D2L a little bit with this class. So this is a class called Teaching and Learning with Digital Technology. And there's a little information here. Make sure that if you haven't already, you sign up for the Remind group. I think most of you have. And then also make sure you get the textbook. This is the Howland Jonathan Mara textbook on meaningful learning with technology. And meaningful learning is a framework that we'll kind of go back to each week in this class to talk about whether our learning with technology is meaningful or not. And it's a great framework for kind of shaping the way that we think about using technology in the classroom rather than just using it for its own sake. So anyway, we're going to get started here with the syllabus, and that's under the Getting Started link. I'll just show you that real quick. So getting started, there's the syllabus here. Also, I think in the content area, there's a link to the syllabus there. It's the same thing. So, but it's just captured in a different format. Well, let me pull up the larger version of the syllabus just to talk about it a little bit. So yes, this is Teaching and Learning with Digital Technology. My office hours are Monday and Friday from 11 to 12, Wednesday from 10:30 to 11:30 at Mike Miller Elementary School. So I'll be out there during that time, and then on Tuesday 8:30 to 11:30 or by appointment. And phone numbers there and email address. And I'm usually pretty quick about answering. If I didn't answer the phone, then you can always use the email address there, and I'm usually pretty quick, especially during the day time, unless I'm in another class. So this course addresses the instructional uses of current technologies and includes a review of current research focusing on the impact of technology on teaching and learning and the integration of technology in teaching and learning environments. And it includes an examination of the issues of equity and ethical use of technology and current standards for fair use of materials obtained using technology. So that's what the description is. And there is the textbook again, Meaningful Learning with Technology, 4th edition. Make sure you do have that as soon as you can. And so I won't go through the technological competencies, but you need to have some of those basic competencies, which I think all of you have. But the objectives here are to state and discuss the importance of each element of the Meaningful Learning with Technology framework, learn and use various technology tools and resources relevant to education, use technology to create an authentic learning experience, develop and implement active learning using an interactive whiteboard, organize and implement a constructive learning experience for students, discuss key aspects of universal design for learning, and design a learning experience that uses technology for universal design for learning. Explain current rules for copyright and fair use of media for educational and training purposes, and design and develop a project-based learning experience that uses technology tools and resources. So you'll get a chance to do a variety of different activities that fit some of these goals. You'll be able to create some lesson plans and project plans, and also learn about some of these concepts as we go through the class. And as with my other classes, everything's due from a week. We go by week, and each week of the semester lists all the activities that you'll need to complete by the end of the week. And make sure that they're completed by Saturday night at 11:59 p.m. of that week, basically. And so there are readings in the textbook, but there are also additional readings through D2L. So complete those, view the presentations, complete all activities provided in the content tab during D2L during a specified week. And I'll probably post a video each week as well, just introducing the activities for the week and maybe some of the concepts that are there. So we'll use different tools for interaction. Attendance for the course is just determined by your online participation and submission of assignments, assessments, and discussion postings. And you can go through some of these other things in the syllabus. I probably won't go through those. But I do respond and grade. I grade within a week for sure. Usually it's less time than that, but it just depends on the week. And then I respond to emails within 24 hours on weekdays and 48 hours on weekends. And here is an overview of the major assignments. So we do have online discussions. There are 12 of those total. So you need to respond adequately to the discussion prompt and respond to 2 other students' posts. That's the basic discussion assignment. But they'll ask you to do different things. There are activities that it will ask you to do as well as part of those. So you do want to look at the discussions early in the week to try to determine how much work it's going to take to do it. Sometimes they're not just a simple response, but they might include more activities than that. So that's the discussion activities. Do take the time to do those. Those lead to your own learning. The more time you invest in those, that's kind of the way it is with any learning situation that you get in. And you all know this as teachers too, I think. The more that your students will be willing to invest their time and their focus, then the more they'll get out of the learning experience. And same thing with you. So, okay, so there's a meaningful learning assignment where you create online media that defines, explains, and gives an example of each element of the meaningful learning framework. So in these next few weeks, we're learning about this framework, and then you are going to create some online media that tells me what your knowledge is of that framework. There's an authentic learning project where you create a project-based plan for a student project that requires students to use technology in an authentic learning experience. There's an active interactive whiteboard project. You're going to enhance a lesson with at least 3 new interactive whiteboard activities that can support active learning. And some of you have taken the classroom technology class recently. This is very similar to that, and I justify that by saying that this is an opportunity to choose another lesson in your curriculum and take that and use that so that you have more and more interactive whiteboard activities that you can use as you continue on. So it is similar to the one in the classroom technology class, that assignment there, but it also allows you to use the time to make a new lesson beyond the one that you might have already created if you took that class. Let's see, constructive makerspace assignment. Develop an information sheet for, organize, and hold a STEM makerspace event at your school that supports constructive learning. So figure out how to kind of have a little makerspace experience or event. Universal design for learning plan. Select an existing lesson plan. Update this plan to include specific extra elements to provide multiple means of engagement, representation, and action and expression. And those are some important, tenets of universal design for learning. And then there's the intentional tech talk and integration recipe. And you're going to choose a useful technology tool or resource and create one-page informational recipe for successfully using this technology in the classroom. Then present about this technology tool or resource in a class session. So this is, you're probably used to a tech talk class if you've taken classes from me before, or a tech talk session. This one adds a little bit more. There's a one-page information sheet that you'll include as well for that assignment. And then the cooperative video audio communication project. You're going to create a video or recorded presentation and a project-based learning plan that goes along with that. So those are some different activities that we have. And for file formats, try to put them in the right box. For assignments and projects, submit them in the right box. For the discussions, post your own well thought out response, then participate in at least 2 other students' responses. Late work, so be sure to note this one. Late work will be given a penalty of 15% off the full grade during the first 2 weeks, then 25% off during the 3rd week, if there have been no prior arrangements made with the instructor. But assignments will not be accepted more than 3 weeks late, so be careful with that one. Make sure you don't get more than 3 weeks late on an assignment because they have to be turned in on time. But again, resubmits is an option, so that's something you might know about if you've taken classes from me before. If you are unsatisfied with the grade you received on an assignment that you handed in on time, you can improve the assignment based on instructor feedback and hand it in again within 1 week of receiving feedback for another review. So you have 1 week. Once I give you the assignment back with my feedback, you've got a week to submit that again. But also, if the assignment is handed in late originally, then you don't have the option to resubmit it. So it's got to be on time. So being on time is kind of a key to your assignments, to getting a good grade in this class, just making sure that your work is on time. All right, I think that's about it for the syllabus.